Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 25th of January, 2017. Hope you're having a good week. Here's the ES front-month futures contract. Not much new to report here. We did get a new closing high on the ES, but barely, and it was a very flat session, especially the first 90 minutes. Volume was light. It's still not very exciting. So let's go through the majors, and then we'll see what the intraday looks like and talk about what to expect on Wednesday. Crude oil down 15 cents to 53.02, not a big deal. Gold down $8.80. It doesn't look right. It's not showing the candle, so it was down $8.80 to 1206.80. S&P cash index. That's by the way, now we have that's candle 7 on the cash index right there, but we're still under the risk line of the 13 sell signal. So we could actually get another 13 without breaking that risk line. Possibly. We'll see what happens. That's up 14 for the day. NASDAQ 100 up 35. That's new closing highs on the NASDAQ. SOX up 18. Potential high range base breakout on the SOX. Biotech's down 8. Still getting hurt. The VIX drops 70 cents to 11.07, one of the lowest closes. Remember, we're still operating under a buy signal, 13 buy signal on the VIX, which would be negative for the market if it ever turns up. Trend closes at 0.92. That brings the 10-day to 1.19. NASDAQ volume ended up at 1.6. It was horrible early on. Must have picked up a little bit in the afternoon, but you can see we're still in the middle of 1.5, 1.6 billion shares every day this week, just about this year so far. Advanced decline ratio plus 14.14 on the NASDAQ, plus 14.27 on the New York. Google up $5.10. That's a new closing high in Google. Apple down 11 cents, still hovering around that 120 area for a straight week now. Amazon up $4.56. Netflix up $2.72. Tesla up $5.69. That's a new closing high in Tesla. TLT down 83 cents. That's the bonds. Dow Jones up 112.86. Now, that does not yet give us the 13 sell signal on the Dow, because we're not above, if you're using the qualifier, because we're not above the candle 8. So basically, we need to close at 20,000 or higher to get a 13 sell signal on the Dow. And remember, it was the 13 buy signal back a couple of days for the election, that right before the market took off. So if we get a sell signal, anyways, it'll be interesting to see. Here's a look at the intraday action, 5-minute candles. You can see the first 90 minutes, we basically did nothing, and then we started to drift up over lunch. After lunch, things flattened out for a bit, tried to push higher, and then came back. So the action was actually in the middle of the day, which is the strangest time to see it. And of course, we don't really like to trade that. Here's the NASDAQ side, not much different. Did get to a 12 on the Comer on the NASDAQ. We didn't quite get to the 13 at the top there on the ES. All right, so what do we have for economic data on Wednesday as we get to the midpoint of the week, and hopefully some excitement somewhere in here? Wednesday's data includes not much of interest. MBA Mortgage Applications Index at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. FHFA Housing Price Index 30 minutes before the bell, and the weekly crude oil inventories number. Remember, still to come, leading indicators, and most importantly, the first look at GDP for the fourth quarter. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal 12. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Wednesday, and we'll check in tomorrow night.